Peace be to you all. This is Omar Abdul Malik, physician associate and health educator. So, I want to talk to you guys about cheating whilst in college, and how that impacts you applying to a professional level allied health program, whether that's nursing, PA school, or medical school, or nurse practitioner school. And I've had a couple of people contact me and tell me that they were thrown out of programs for cheating, and now they want to reapply. What should they do? How will this affect their chances of getting in? Well, I'll first tell you, nobody can cheat. We all know that intrinsically, but we're also to err is human, and sometimes people get into a mindset or a condition where they feel they have to cheat. Like when I go running with my son, my 17-year-old, he's way faster than me now. So when we go for a long run, I have to cheat in order to, finish around the same time as him. So I take shortcuts. I would have to take some kind of exogenous hormone stuff that they sell to middle-aged men like myself. This will boost your testosterone and give you more endurance. I don't know if that would work, but I have to take shortcuts in order to finish close to when he finishes, because he's just so much faster than me. So sometimes people are in positions where they feel they're just not smart enough to compete with the other students or to pass a class. They say, well, the only way I'm going to pass this chemistry class is by, stealing the answer key or something from the professor's office. But you're going to get caught eventually, and when you do, it's a really, the further along you are in your studies, the worse it is. So if you've been caught cheating and you've been expelled from a program for cheating, you can overcome that. You can write about how you learned from it. And this is what I've told people who have contacted me and asked me about it. Because they're going to ask you about it. There's a questionnaire on some applications. This is it asks, have you ever been expelled from college or a professional program for reasons other than sickness? So if it's conduct, which is what happens when you cheat, get caught cheating, then you have to answer in the affirmative. And then you have to be ready to explain that. But I told one applicant, I said, listen, just write about how you learned from it and how ashamed you feel of yourself doing it. Because I think a lot of people cheat. I used to cheat when I was in high school in Spanish. I couldn't figure out how to memorize the verbs, and we would have these tests on how to conjugate the verb to speak. Hablar, hablaste, hablamos. And I couldn't seem to memorize that. So I would prepare these crib notes. And it was so bad that one of my classmates knew I was cheating. She said, yeah, did you prepare your cheat notes? And she looked at me with this look of absolute disgust. And I felt so ashamed of myself because I kind of admired this particular classmate. And that was one of the things that got me to stop cheating. I said, I'm putting so much time into preparing what they call them crib notes, into preparing crib notes, that I might as well just write this stuff over and over again until hopefully it sticks in my mind. So I forget how old I was, 15 or something. It's about 40 years ago. But I that was how cheating impacted me, and I made the decision not to cheat since then. And thank God I was still a kid, so it didn't have that big of an impact. Now, if you are an adult person, your 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever, and you're trying to get into, let's say, PA school, and you were caught cheating whilst pursuing your nursing degree or your biology degree, and you're expelled, then you have to explain that. So, again, you got to talk about how you grew from that experience. Now, if you are actually in a professional phase, like let's say it's a PA program or medical school, and you're caught cheating and they decide to expel you, that follows you into your professional career. I can tell you that because I had a student who was caught cheating. And I really liked this student too. So that was hard because I was like, the student's parents even came in, just for moral support. And I said, look, the rules are this person's got to get kicked out of the program. You can't bend the rules because the person's a nice person. And the way this person was caught was there was a particular classmate that didn't like this particular person. So this classmate set this person up by giving them some kind of key or something and said, just copy that. And then went to one of the professors and say, hey, look what this person did. And I thought that was really underhanded and slimy. And it's kind of funny because that particular person that set the student up, morning guys, how you doing? That particular person wound up not finishing the program. So put all that effort into setting up the other classmate and didn't finish themselves. So the student got kicked out. Hey, good morning, sir. How you doing?
Good morning.
The student got kicked out, but then was allowed to reapply and got back in because the student was known to be a good student. But what it did is all of the things that the academic accolades that this particular student had, they now came into question. Well, look, you were an academic scholar. Did you cheat your way to becoming an academic scholar when you were in here before? And professionally, that student later contacted me and said, this really messed me up because now I passed my boards. That's even coming into the question. Well, how did you pass your boards? Did you cheat to do that too? But then I've got to mark off, when you're getting your license, you have to check off if you've ever been expelled from a program. So this is getting your professional license. If you put yes, you have to explain to that medical board what happened. Why did you cheat? Maybe they don't want to hire you. And that's going to be a black mark on your, say a bad mark on your application process for your license. And now I can tell you, I live in Washington, D.C. They got the way they set the questions up is, have you ever been kicked out of a program? Have you ever been fired from a job for reasons other than illness, Have you ever had your hospital privileges revoked? And those lines of questioning. So it follows you. So I would tell you guys, it's just not worth the risk. I've been on academic probation before when I was in PA school, and I think when I was in nursing school. But, I'm not this most intelligent guy. My IQ's probably like a 100, and 110's the average. But I have a great work ethic, and I'm proud of my ethics, my academic and work, moral ethics. Not to get on my high horse, but that's kind of my thing. But it's just not worth it. It's not worth cheating, because you're gonna get caught. Because you're gonna start getting into your professional career and overbilling patients and just doing unethical stuff. You see doctors get caught all the time, man. And some nurses and PAs, unfortunately, in some cases. Well, that's it for now. That's my soapbox. So I hope somebody found this useful. Yeah, contact me if you're interested in becoming a PA. I wish you guys the best of success in your positive endeavors. Take care. Peace.